Salutations, fellow chemists. Did you know that you can work out the age of something dead for up to 50,000 years? Here's how. So you can use carbon dating to do this. So we know that the atmosphere currently is made up of almost 80% of nitrogen-14. What happens to this nitrogen-14 is when rays from space hit it, some of it can be changed to carbon-14. Now, carbon-14 is radioactive, unlike the most common type of carbon, which is carbon-12. What happens with this carbon-14 is during CO2 intake, so that's by plants. Let's spell intake correctly. So that's by plants. And also we know that animals can eat these plants, so we can put animals here as well. And what happens is they start to build up carbon-14 in their living systems. The carbon-14 and the carbon-12 ratio stays constant as these plants and animals are alive. However, unfortunately, when they die, so death and decay, when they die, the carbon-14 starts to decay and it starts to go down in terms of the amount. Now, why is this important? We know that carbon-14 has a half-life of 5,730 years. So that means that carbon-14 will start to decay and start to get used up. So what you can do is measure the amount, and spelling today again, measure carbon-14 amount versus what they once would have been like. So you compare the two, what it once was versus what it is right now, and that can allow you to work out the age of our dead organism that we're looking at here. Unfortunately, I'm going to swap to a red pen now. Unfortunately, there are some caveats associated with this. So here it only works for a limited time. So that means you can only go so far back. The second thing here as well is that the whole process needs calibration. And the reason is because the carbon-14 and the carbon-12 ratio hasn't been constant, hasn't always been constant. Running out of space here. And the last thing we need to know here is this is susceptible to contamination. So it's very, very sensitive. So it can easily be contaminated. So hopefully that has been clear to help you understand how carbon dating works. And make sure you like, follow. I will see you in the next video.